Hello guys, and welcome to CharjrRyuki's Reviews on Fire. Now I just got done doing a video for my main channel, so I decided to go ahead and go into this one. Today we're going to have a little bit of a short conversation about Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now we've seen the first trailer. I was questioning whether if it was going to be any good or not, the game itself, and with the new Pokemon coming out, the Dark Fairy type, to the Corgi, the little electric Pokemon, and again we've seen more of the Dynamaxing and the raid battles and all this and that. All this was good, but here's the thing though, for the people who are complaining. The footage that we're being shown, it should be obvious to you that this isn't the actual game footage. So you shouldn't take it as that. Even with the demo, it's just a demo. So you can't expect it to blow your mind. Okay? Calm down. Have a bowl of nachos, popcorn, your favorite beverage, and just calm down. Okay? Just relax. Myself, when I heard that they weren't going to have the all 800 plus to 1,000 Pokemon now being in these new gen games that are going to be on the Switch, I was like, well, I expected it. Everything that everyone's throwing a fit about, I've already expected. And you know what? I agree with it. I have no problem with it whatsoever. The thing is, I understand why they're doing it, and they don't have the people, they obviously don't have the time, and they also feel rushed. So again, when the games come out, it's going to be like Sun and Moon or Kalos, and the games are going to appear, are obviously going to look like they're not exactly done. They're not done completely like we would expect them to be. And then we'll maybe get another game related to them a year or two later. Well, after a filler, like Let's Go. Or a remake, which I highly doubt, but whatever. The thing is, with the legendaries, I like the legendaries, they look good. Obviously, two wolves, obviously Sword and Shield, really good. I like their design, I like how they were used in that little short video that they did in the trailer, in the second trailer where they showed them off. With the interview, I really don't care for their new gimmick. It's kind of stupid funny to me, which I might not really use it, and maybe I might use it for gym battles and gym battles only. Mainly. But that's me. They obviously upped the difficulty, the levels. The highest level the first gen was at least 15. Now, this time around, it's going to be obviously around 18 to 20 now, which is good. That adds to more of a challenge and gives you more free time to roam around the area and also to train and whatnot. It seems that you're able to run around like through online raid battles, real-time battles, to change the competitive part of it. But I really don't give a rip about PvP or anything of the sort. I feel that Pokemon, in a way, as a game, if not as a community, is starting to act like is really truly starting to act like Call of Duty, where it's their entire life. They demand a new game every year. Fans, and to be honest, the fans themselves, as much people say, is like, oh, there's no, not real bad fans, the real toxic ones. There's no such thing. Yeah, there is. They're on Call of Duty every damn time. But the thing is with Pokemon as well too, because here's the thing. Even though they're not going to have every single Pokemon, over 1,000 or 800 plus to 1,000 Pokemon in these new games. and maybe even for the rest of the games that are going to be coming out in the years prior to this, and in years in the future to this. Whatever. The thing is, I too expect a lot from Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. I expect a lot, which I can understand why people are ranting and raving about it, and nitpicking and throwing a hissy fit, and acting like a little kid about it. But here's the thing. Get over it. You're still going to buy the games. You're still going to enjoy quite a bit of it, even if you can care less about the whole Dynamaxing part or whatever else is a part of it. And then you're going to complain about the games, not looking, done, complete, like, Ultra Moon, for instance. And because Ultra Moon was everything Sun and Moon, the previous games, the games that we got, should have been. And Black 2, Black and White 2, we really didn't need it, because Black and White did it good enough, and it did it right, because it gave us just that region's Pokemon, which I think the Game Freak and the Pokemon Company should have done anyway when they decided to move the Pokemon games to the Switch, that they should have just stayed with that region's Pokemon and that region's Pokemon only, so they don't have to worry about anything from the past generations at all, period, and just started over with a clean slate. That would have been so much better, because let me tell you something for people who are going to be arguing with me in this video. You're not going to use every Pokemon that you bring over to the game. Don't tell me you do, because you don't. There's over 800 plus to 1,000 Pokemon now. You really think you're going to use every single Pokemon from the past gen just for the competitive side? You're not. You're going to choose the best ones that you like, and you're going to keep those. Especially the ones that are going to be featured in the game. Now, you'll be lucky if the ones you like are going to be featured in the game. There's no telling if your favorites are going to be in the game. There's no telling the Pokemon that we've seen in the past few trailers of Sun and Moon, not Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, are going to be featured in the game as that past regional Pokemon introduced into Galar. There's no telling that. We won't know until more information comes out. Not BS rumors or theories of other people's opinions that they're throwing online under a different name to toss several needles in a haystack, or to raise a fuss, But the thing is, it's not that bad as people is thinking that this is horrible. This is why we're not going to buy the game. This is completely horrible. No, having another fire fighting type as a starter is far worse than not having a national Pokedex. Boo freaking who. Okay, I know I'm being a little bit rude and sassy and sarcastic, but deal with it. I'm pretty much giving out my own opinion. If you don't like it, then click off the video. But the thing is, it doesn't bother me at all about not having the National Pokedex. Me, myself, if I buy the games, and after we find out what the starter evolutions are, okay? They did this before, especially with Incineroar and Fennekin. They had them learn moves that we expected it to be a different type. Like at first, we expected Litten to be a fighting type, not because of its color, because of the fact that it was toned into tiger, just a different look. And it was standing on 2 legs, not 4 like we expected it to, because, heck, seeing a tiger, especially a Pokemon version of a tiger, would be far better looking and more fearsome on all 4s than just Tony the Tiger standing out here looking at with big old hands and whatever, and big old buffed up body. Yep, Tony the Tiger, and Incineroar. Woo. As a fire dark type. I mean, it's not bad. Could be better. Preferred it to be on all 4s, but whatever. Or it could be, had a better looking design. You know, kind of be like Typhlosion, who was either on 2 legs or on 4, quite often, mostly on 4 when it came to battles. But the thing is, with products and the anime and the Sun and Moon anime coming close to an end at some point, no, I really haven't been keeping up with it, so don't ask. I lost interest in it a long time ago. I've already gave my discussion of it, and like around the time when I did it was around the time when Ash's Rockruff evolved into Dusk Lycanroc. So that's probably around the only time where I did talk about it. But other than that, I really don't like it, and I wonder what design he'll have, Ash as a character, will have in the next gen games. Or not in the anime when the anime comes out. The thing is, when it comes to these games, like I said, I don't care about rumors. I don't care about any theories or anything of the sort. I don't care about any of that. I care about exact facts. So I only pay attention to the trailers and whatever information that we get from the actual company themselves. If people pointed out in another interview that apparently came out either yesterday or today that they found a lie, or like a certain person found a lie that was in the interview, that when they were asked a question that they answered it and they found a lie in that answer. Boo-hoo. The thing is, you're only looking for reasons to throw a fit about. Stop. Just stop. When it came to Let's Go, I didn't like it, but yet I enjoyed it. I gave the game at least a 6.5 or a 7. I think I gave it the most a 7. But the thing is, they are going to introduce some of the things you've seen in Let's Go going to be featured in this game. In these next games. It's going to be featured in it. Probably not all of it, but some of it. As of right now, it ain't bad. Could it be better? Heck yes. Do I like the look of Nessa, the gym leader? Who doesn't? She's adorable. And I like the fact that the gyms are back and they're a lot bigger and more open for entertainment reasons. And I like the look of the badge that I seen in the demo for against, when you battled Nessa, the second gym leader. Hopefully we'll see the rest of them. At least the other ones that were also announced. And then the rest. I myself, am I looking forward to these games? Yes. Am I worried about them? Yes. Here's my other reason why. When coming to fans and the games themselves, do we need a Pokemon game every single year? Every single year, do we need a Pokemon game? I'll give you a few seconds to answer. No, we do not. We do not need a Pokemon game every single year. When we didn't have, for an entire year, we didn't have a Pokemon game. Way back then. I can't even tell you, probably around Pokemon Black and White, or whatever, we didn't have a game for an entire year. And then we got Oros, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire to Black and White 2, or the Next Gen Games, or whatever. We got that. Or Next Gen Games, then Oros, and then whatever else. But the thing is, we do not need another game. We don't need another Pokemon game every single year. Give them the time they need to make the game good. So that, anyway, you guys will at least shut up and at least shut up. Because you're part of the reason. You're part of the reason why. Fans are part of the reason why. No matter what you look at it, they are. Because they're also the people playing the games. They're also people giving out their own opinions about the games and where they're going towards. and the future of it. I'm taking an entire step back, like several steps back, and I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at all these other videos and all this other information, and all the information that we're given, and everything that's like literally thrown out there on the table. Okay, everything's out on the table, from videos to this and that. It's totally okay that we're not going to be able to catch every single Pokemon. That's fine, because they don't have the time. They can't put in the work to do it. That's not just because, oh, we're using a new gimmick, Dynamaxing, or using that as an excuse. No, they simply don't have the time. They simply don't. When Ultra Sun came out to Let's Go, they were probably to Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. They probably already had technically finished the game. At least got to a point where they somewhat finished it. And then they seen how Let's Go did, and now they're in the process of, kind of adding some of the features that were in Let's Go into these games. A lot of people don't like the idea that they went to 3D, and I could really care less, to be quite honest. It doesn't really change anything for me. Or to HD, makes it look better or whatever. It doesn't bother me any. Seems to bother a lot of people, especially with no national decks, but, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Complain about it now, and then eventually, when the next year comes, when these games are already released, and then Pokemon Home comes out, Pokemon Sleep comes out, and then with the features with Pokemon Home, when that comes out, and then with patches that are obviously going to be coming out for both Sword and Shield coming for the following year, they're obviously going to be changing things. I mean, if you don't like it, then don't play the game. Don't buy the game. But you're going to buy the game anyway, and you're going to play it. You see what I mean? So no matter how much you hate on the games, you're still going to buy them. Either one, if not both, you're still going to buy them. You're still going to play them. And you're going to enjoy quite a lot of it. And yet, disapprove whatever else, and hopefully they do better with the next generation games. Or even with remakes. Possibly. I ain't saying it's true. I could really care less about remakes. But, I mean, what? The thing is, I hear a lot about wanting remakes and wanting more megas and mainly megas. But why? This is a totally different region. Why want more megas? Why involve them? They added megas with Hoenn region. They had megas for Kalos and the Pokemon, especially Pokemon from the past there. With Sun and Moon, they had Z Crystals, Zemus, and Alolan forms for certain Pokemon, certain Cantononian Pokemon. And now we have Dynamax Pokemon that look like Kaiju. Kaiju Pokemon. But the thing is, to make the final points of this video, it's totally fine that we're not going to catch all of them. Okay? They might come up with something that might make it a little bit easier, but the thing is, they need time to do it. And I'm still sticking with the thought that it's part of the fans' fault for pressuring, saying, hey, we need more Pokemon games every single year. We need a new Pokemon game every single year. We don't. Do they need to expand their team? Obviously. They need to diversify, maybe actually having both teams work together, like A and B work together, to try and properly make these games, instead of having them work on separate projects, having B team work on Pokemon games and having A team work on everything else. And some of it could be a bad managing choice. But in the end, Pokemon is still Pokemon. I myself really don't like how it looks, because it looks like it's kind of relating to how Call of Duty is, because eventually, because of Call of Duty, because of microtransactions and hateful fans that make this game make the game their life, and they throw a fit when they lose, and blah blah blah. That's microtransactions mainly, and the bland story, and the bland repetitive story is what killed it. But eventually, it'll happen to Pokemon, and it's kind of heading that way, which is why things need to be done better. And if they need more time, then let's give them more time. So I'm going to call this an episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.